congratulations, my good friend, Professor Chungsik Yoo, for the excellent keynote lecture that you delivered at this 6th European Geosynthetic Congress, EuroGeo6, which was organized by the Turkish chapter of IGEOS and held in Ljubljana, Slovenia. We know that geosynthetics are evolving and new materials come to the market, and also new application areas come more and more every day. So that's also why geosynthetics are exciting materials and why I like them so much. The topic you have chosen is also one of these niche areas, I think, for your keynote lecture. What motivated you to choose this topic of geosynthetics in underground construction?
Yes, this topic is really new, as you mentioned, and this topic has never been delivered as a lecture in any conference, except the one that was delivered by myself in 2015, which is last year, in ISR Congress in Montreal. But anyway, probably the main reason that I chose this topic is because of my background. Probably you know that I'm heavily involved in tunneling in Korea, doing research and consulting. Over the years of involvement in that area, I have noticed significant use of geosynthetics in tunneling. However, with insufficient technical considerations, which have resulted in significant structural and maintenance issues in tunnel structures. So I thought this area needs much attention from the geosynthetic community, so I chose this topic.
Okay, so you focus mainly on drainage and waterproofing. What was the reason behind that?
Yeah, in tunnel construction, we have to find a way to handle groundwater ingress into the tunnel, either by sealing or drainage. If you want to seal, we need a waterproofing system. On the other hand, if you want to drain the water, then you need a drainage system which requires drainage layer and filtration layers. Drainage, filtration, waterproofing, they are the basic functions of geosynthetics. So the reason why I chose this drainage and waterproofing, because they are main function of geosynthetics. Let's think about the tunnels. Nowadays, tunnels is becoming longer and longer. If I give you an example,
and also wider. In the old days,
definitely.
The railroad tunnels, for example, were just small tunnels, and now 3 lanes have to be a very large size.
The longest tunnel currently we have is the Gotthard-based tunnel in Switzerland. The length is 57 kilometers. The diameter is about 9 meters. The perimeter is 30 meters. 30 times 57 kilometers. That's a lot of geosynthetics.
That brings a question to my mind. We have, of course, in the geosynthetic academia, or the industry as well, the filtration and retention criteria that we can implement. But in such a long distance and not knowing what will come ahead of you while we are tunneling, this is one of the peculiarities or difficulties of the tunneling industry. Do you think this design of drainage system can be implemented properly in tunnels?
I'm very glad that you raised that question. As you mentioned, we need grain size distribution characteristics for base material to implement the current geosynthetic filtration design criteria. But unfortunately, the current state of practice for tunnel design does not allow us to do that, because such information are not readily available during design stage. So what we have to do is, probably we have to come up with some solid and robust design guideline, or maybe recommendations for best practice, so that tunnel engineers can adapt that the recommendation easily, so that we can avoid any problem from wrongdoing in drainage and filtration practice.
one other thing that I want to get your opinion upon is what are the consequences of failure of the drainage in a tunnel?
That topic has been researched over the years by myself and my colleagues. And as I mentioned during the lecture, the hydraulic deterioration of a tunnel drainage system can occur during tunnel service life due to clogging of transported material and or a decrease in plane drainage capacity. Well, for a drain tunnel, in which the water pressure is not considered for tunnel lining design, such hydraulic deterioration can cause significant load to the tunnel lining. Eventually, that increases the lining member forces, and that may lead to additional cracks. So eventually, that may lead to significant structural and maintenance issues for tunnels. So that is very, very important practice that we have to consider the correct drainage and filtration, the application design principles that we have provided.
Well, the geosynthetic industry is quite versatile in coming up tailor-made products for special applications. Like we know for coastal protection, they have special filters that can bear the heavy loads of the armors, but still provide the retention of fine particles, etc. Is there any specialized product for the tunnels, or is the tunnel industry just using whatever it finds on the market?
I think that question is very important to geosynthetic industry. Well, as I mentioned during the lecture, one of the reasons of hydraulic deterioration of a tunnel drainage system is long-term increase in normal load to the drainage layer due to the ground loosening. Well, the load is increasing over the time, so the in-plane drainage capacity may decrease over the time. So if any product that can provide enough drainage capacity under such high load, that could be very effective and has high value, not only to tunnel engineers, but also geosynthetic engineers. Another topic probably, the geosynthetics are used in tunnels anyway. And the geothermal energy, and such as, which is the green energy, I think if we provide a way to handle geothermal energy through the geosynthetics, I think that is a good idea because tunnel is underground. We can utilize geothermal energy through the geosynthetics. I think that is a very promising area that we might want to do research more so that we can come up with the specific products that can be applied to the tunnels.
So there goes another whole new avenue in front of the geosynthetic industry.
That's correct.
Thank you very much for this, for taking the time and answering my questions.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.